I know this is a whole brand new setup, and to be honest, I'm here for it. Hold on, I gotta take a picture. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Antoinette Evans, and on this channel, I find ways to help you maximize your wardrobe and simplify your life. I almost forgot my own tagline. I'm not in a rush, okay? I'm not in a rush, but your girl is getting ready for a date. I actually don't feel nervous. This is actually the second meetup, so getting ready for a date. And I figured, you know what? Antoinette, do a different setup. He actually inspired me, which is crazy because I don't really get inspired very often by people. But he actually inspired me to do this. Not to do this per se, but he's like, you're not going to film no content today? And I'm just like, no. The fact that he knows I do content, he knows and understands the reason as to why I'm doing content. And if you don't know, I'll put up my last video so that way you guys can go check it out for yourself. I'm going in with YSL primer. He understands, my reasoning behind it. It's not for the money. It's not to get a whole bunch of followers. It's not just to quit my job, even though, that's one reason. But like, it's to build my portfolio. He gets what that means, right? So in conversation, maybe I should get his permission to talk about this, but in conversation, he's pretty much just like, I'm really surprised that you're not going to do any content today. And I'm like, no, my head is everywhere. I really just want to chill. I just want to go through the day. Watch church online, make breakfast, maybe talk to baby sis, talk to my cousin, and talk to my homegirl. And that's about it. That's kind of all I really had on the agenda. But then it got me thinking, because as I am on this dating journey, I have been thinking to myself, okay, Antoinette, you need to move with intention. And that is the topic for today. The topic for today is moving with intention. Using this to put on my eyebrows. I feel like it works and it doesn't work at the same time. So I'm trying to understand how to be able to use this properly. This is a brow gel. I do intend on laying my eyebrows down today. Again, I'm going a little bit heavier with the makeup than I usually do. I want to test something out for a photo shoot that I have coming up with a photographer that I am new to in the Atlanta market. And I'm very much hoping that we can create some fire content and that the energy between the two of us is so damn dope and so bomb that we just say, okay, when's the next one? And that we figure out each other's style, like creative style, and we get back to business, okay? Because that's the theme of 2024. We are standing on business in 2024. But anyway, moving with intention, right? For my eyebrows, I'm using Milani's Dip Brow. I've kind of fallen in love with the dip brow lately. I really want to change a dip brow and go into more of like a pinpoint pencil, so that way it looks more like my eyebrow, but I'm not at that point just yet in my life, so we're just gonna do what we do. But yes, moving with intention in whatever way that might look like, right? So whether it's moving with intention while you are dating, or moving with intention in regards to your finances and to your family, what school you want your kids to go to, or your husband and what your husband is involved in and how you're going to be involved in it, if you're actually going to be involved in it, if you want to. But all those things. What intention are you setting to make sure that you're actually going with the grain and not so far against the grain that you end up losing yourself in the process? For those that know, and or for those that don't, because I do have some new subscribers, hey, hi, hello. 2023 was a lot for me, boy. 2023 was a lot for me. So it gave me an opportunity to kind of stop, slow down, think things through, figure out, what do I want? What do I want for myself? What do I want for my future husband? What do I want in my future relationship? What do I want my future finances to look like? My future travel plans, all of those things. What do I want that to look like? So now that I feel like I'm in a so much better place, like physically and mentally, I can actually open myself up enough to be able to actually start dating. But with that, I'm really trying to date with intention. I was in a relationship for 11 years. Love the guy. That's my heart. Will forever be my heart. But for right now, for what I feel as though I need for my future, I am finally ready and open to get back into the swing of things when it comes to dating. I want to move slow, but I don't want to move that damn slow where the guy's just like, okay, but where's this going? But I don't want to move so fast where the guy doesn't understand my value and have respect for me. They're always sisters, not identical twins, but I'm not going to be mad at where things are with my eyebrows. Eyebrows to look as natural as possible. I don't want it to look too colored in or too fake or too anything. So again, I'm going a little bit heavier than I normally do, mainly because I kind of want to practice for a shoot I have coming up and to see what that makeup look is going to look like. All right, I'm going to go with my Pro Concealer just underneath the eyebrow. I don't really, lately I've been doing really good, so I don't have to go above. I'm just going to fluff this out just a little bit more. But yeah, I'm just going to go underneath just to sharpen it. That's it. Not to clean it up or do anything, just to sharpen the eyebrow. And I feel like I should go a shade darker, but I'll blend it. But yes, but Mr. and I have been talking a lot. And one thing I do, I'm going to ask questions, okay? I'm going to ask all the questions. What's your family background? Are you American? Are you an immigrant? Are you here for papers? Where do you work? What job do you do? I don't need to know your level of income, but I need to know that you hold a job. And the next question is, okay, but how long have you been on this job for? Is this job just a filler? Is it a hobby? Is it something you actually do? Did you go to school for this? Did you go to school at all? I ask all those questions. I don't ask the questions of, so tell me about your past. Tell me about your past relationships. Why didn't your last relationship work? Those aren't questions I ask. I want to know that you are stable, that you can manage your own household bills. Not because I need you to manage mine. I have no intention. Well, I can't say I don't have no intention, right? Whenever I do get into a relationship, that will be a conversation that whoever my forever person is and I will have. We'll have the conversation of, okay, so how are we doing bills? How are we paying this? How are we going about XYZ? We will have that conversation. But for right now, while I am dating, I need to be able to understand, one, not how this date's being paid for. The date's going to be paid for one way or another. But how are you managing your household bills? How are you managing your finances? Are you living off of your parents? Are you living off of your mom? What's the relationship like with your mom? What's the relationship like with your dad? These are questions that I feel as though are important. And no, it's not a questionnaire. I'm not quizzing you on what you should or shouldn't be doing or how you should or shouldn't be living your life. But how do I know for sure that you are financially stable? How do I know for sure that, your family background is something that I want to get involved in? How do I know that I want to introduce you to my two little best broke friends? How do I know I want to introduce you to my mother? In order for me to do that, I need to be able to understand who you are, where you are, in your current process in your life and all those things. If you don't know where you are, I'm not going to know how to help you to get there. And if I'm being honest, I'm at the point now in my life where I don't really want to help you get there. We're in our 30s at this point. You should already be there, okay? You should already be there. I'm going in with my Fenty So I'm gonna put powder on first, let the powder sit. I am debating if I wanna do eyeshadow, if I wanna do like a bare face with a little bit of brown. Ooh, all right, I'm gonna do a clean face, red lip, little bit of brown on the eyes. Just something subtle. I don't want nothing like hella crazy, but I do want to experiment a bit with like the base and everything else going a little bit heavier than normal. So I'm gonna go in with my big brush, and I'm not putting that much. I'm just putting enough to kind of take some of the shine off. And then I also feel like it makes my makeup last a little bit longer too. That's just me. But I'm interested to know, and comment down below comment down below. For those that are in the dating stage or have been in the dating stage, what did that look like for you? Because I'm hearing horror stories, like horror stories of dating in Atlanta. And I'm not interested in that. No, I'm not interested in those horror stories. I don't want to be a part of nobody's horror story. That is not something I see for myself. I am moving with intention. So I don't want to be a part of that nonsense at all. I'm going in with Giorgio Armani's Luminous Silk Foundation. And then I'm going to top it off with my Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer in Ganache. This one is more my complexion when I just want a comfortable, like, cute little coverage. This one is more full coverage for me, but I'm going to mix the two together. Gonna go, because this one is a little bit darker. This one's more like my summertime. This one is my normal one. So this one will help to kind of balance out the color and the oil. But I'm literally just, again, I don't normally do this much, but I'm going with 2 pumps with the Giorgio Armani. And I'm literally just I'm gonna go to town and see what this does. Let me get my ears. See, the Giorgio Armani, I feel like is darker. Ooh, I should have color corrected. I should have color corrected, but it's fine. I only have a few blemishes that I need to get rid of, and I don't even understand where they're coming from. I'm sure somebody's gonna ask. The brushes that I'm using is from Amazon, and I would not recommend it. So I'm not even gonna put a link. In all honesty, I'm not even gonna put a link. I do not recommend them at all. Not even a little bit. My shirt that I'm wearing is more of a cream color, so I don't want to go too close to my neck and end up getting it on my sweatshirt that I'm wearing. But speaking of location, right? So this is the second meetup. The first meetup was at a lounge. I'm new to the area. I don't know where nothing is. So I'm experimenting with different locations and different vibes and whatever else. It's one way of, opening myself up to locations. So going with this, but I'm not going in with a heavy amount. Literally just squeezing it and dusting. I mean, if it would come out. Come on. There we go. Literally just dusting. Nothing crazy, just to balance out a little bit more of the color. And my Laura Mercier is oil free. Granted, it is not hot outside, but with all the movement that I'll be doing at the day of the shoot, I kind of want to see what this is going to do and how it's going to last. And I also need to hurry the hell up because he did say 4 to 5 o'clock. But I love the fact that he gave me a time frame. I'm not saying not 4 o'clock. He gave me a time frame. He said, like 5, 6. But if you get dressed a little bit early, then we can meet up closer to 5 than 6 o'clock. He's like, I'm already going to go shopping. So I'll kind of be in the area already. So you can kind of just, take your time, do what you need to do. Don't feel like you need to rush and meet me there. He said, let's plan for like 6 o'clock. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I can do 6. I know that this is not concealer, but I really want like I don't want my face to be flat. Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Lounge Foundation as my, like in my T-zone. I should go heavy, but I like to go light at first. See what that does, and then come back and say, okay, if I need to add a secondary layer. This is pretty much where I'm going to keep it. And I'm gonna blend this all in. I think I wanna blend it with this though. So I'm gonna blend it with my beauty blender. Yeah, but I love the fact that he gave me a time frame. He knows that I work in fashion. He knows that I really enjoy fashion. I am very much an introvert that likes to dress like an extrovert from time to time. My style is not conservative, but it's not edgy. It's kind of like right in the middle. I feel like it's more street smart, but conservative to a point. I like to go edgy ever so often when it comes to, sometimes I'll just get dressed and just wear whatever the hell I feel like wearing because it's what I feel like wearing. I'm definitely going to need a second layer. Definitely going to need a second layer. He knows I like to get dressed. I like to put it on, when I get an opportunity to. So it's one of those things where it's like, listen, I want to see you, but let's do it within your time frame. And I like to be intentional. Again, going back to the word intentional. I'm not going to have you sit there for 45 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever the case is, waiting for me because I decided to take forever to get dressed and take my sweet time, and I have no regard for your level of time. That's a no for me. I don't want to be inconsiderate. So I'm taking my time. I'm starting a little early. I'm also filming, so I'm not going as fast. Trying to be intentional. Intentional of someone else's time. Intentional of someone else's energy. He could literally be doing anything else besides reaching out to me saying, hey, I want to meet up. I want to make sure that I'm moving with intention. And that's a part of work and business too. If I'm being honest, lately, work has been the death of me, okay? Work has literally been the death of me. I called out today. And that is not something I do. I text my sister, my homegirl, and my cousin, which is like, bruh, I don't know why I feel so guilty calling out, but I felt so guilty calling out, mainly because my head is everywhere. My head is everywhere. I want to be successful at work because I know it can help me get to where I want to get to. But at the same time, there's so many moving parts and nobody's taking the time to check in to say, hey, are you doing okay? Do you need help with something? Let's talk through XYZ. How are you feeling about XYZ? Recently, I told God, okay, I'm ready for a challenge. I'm ready to go up. I'm ready to be promoted. I know what I want to do. Oh, quick check. Ooh, it's subtle. It's subtle. I feel like I need one more layer, but I'm not going to do it today. Ooh, it's subtle. I like it. But yeah, like nobody really checks in. And then sometimes I feel like the check-in is not genuine. It's really just getting a post check on, okay, so where are you? So that lets me know if I can give you extra work or not. That's not genuine to me. I'm not very good at eyeshadow, if I'm being honest. So I'm going to set what I just did very lightly. I'm not going to do no crazy set. It's like a barely there type of powder. This brush itches my face. I hate this brush. Again, I would not recommend this brush set at all from Amazon. This makes my face, oh, I hate it, but I need a smaller brush because that big one, you know what? I'm not doing it to myself. Let's just use the big one because this feels so much better. Good Lord. Anyway, work has been a lot. I just got added more responsibilities on top of what I already do. And it wasn't a question of, hey, Antoinette, we're thinking of XYZ. We would love to get your thoughts on you doing this. It was just a meeting that I did not ask for to say, hey, we're going to have you do XYZ because you already get the bulk of the work anyway. So it just makes sense for us to give you more of what you already do. And I was just like, help me make sense of that. Help me make sense of that. I already have 8 hours to work in. Within those 8 hours, I already have parameters that I need to do. And then you're telling me that there's additional parameters on top of those parameters to do on a damn near daily basis and monthly basis to keep up with, to help you with your goal. But how exactly does that help me with my goal? Because now if I'm too overloaded and my plate is overly full and it's just, that makes no sense to me. How exactly am I supposed to be successful if I'm overloaded? And then you're not going to increase my pay to make sure that I'm properly compensated for the level of work that I need to do in order to do it. But God forbid I say no, that's a problem. I don't like that shit at all. At all. So moving with intention also means that I am pushing myself to learn as much as I can possibly learn within a very short time frame, mind you, to be able to move out and or move up. So that way the level of work that I'm doing starts to feel like it's making sense. Right now, I feel like the level of work that I'm doing doesn't make sense. I am appreciative that I have a job, yes, but I need them to see me as a person and not as a number, not as just someone else that's going to help them get to whatever goal that they're trying to get to without any regard for how it may make me feel. My first store manager, I would say. When I say I love her to pieces, honey, I wish till this day I was still under her belt. Her level of let me roll up my sleeves and help you. Let me teach you what you actually need to be taught. Let me show you the systems. Let me break this down so that way you know how to be able to talk about XYZ. Her all day long, if I was ready to leave the company and go somewhere else, she would be the first one I would call and be like, hey, I want to come work for you. I will be your assistant. I will be I wouldn't even care. She is that much of a beast that I would work on in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. That is the level of leadership that I miss. That is the level of example that I miss. I wish she was still with the company in some way, shape, or form for me to reach out and say, hey, I need you to help me understand, am I looking at this the wrong way? Am I going about this the wrong way? You tell me what's the best direction, because right now I'm frustrated. If I'm being all the way honest, I'm frustrated to the point where I called out of work today. I'm frustrated. I kind of don't want to do anything else. I don't want to go heavier on the eyeshadow, so I'm going to leave it alone. I need to find a way to create intention. I need to find a way to be able to move with intention, because right now I feel like I'm not moving in any particular direction. I get up, I get dressed, I go to work, I do the job as best as I can possibly do and not feel like I'm falling under pressure and keep it moving. I wish employers would actually take the time to say, all right, let's do a mental health check. How are you feeling? How are you doing? Now, I do it with my employees. I can see that their mood has changed, that something is different. And I'll take the time to sit down and say, all right, let's chat. What's going on? What happened? The last one I did that with, she had a breakup with her boyfriend and then turned around and her housing situation changed. So she moved back in with her mom, which means she was an hour and some change away from work. So between the commute, and she was just like, okay, but is this worth it? Like, is me working here, getting the pay that I'm getting actually worth me coming to work? And I'm like, honestly, I'm not going to try to convince you to stay. And I tell everybody this. Assess yourself. Assess where you are. Ooh, what time? Ooh, 4 o'clock. Okay, I'm good. Assess yourself. Assess the time. Does it make sense? And what is your ultimate goal? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself next month? If what you're currently doing now doesn't bring you that level of joy and that level of consistency to get to where you want to go, then what are you doing it for? Make it make sense for you. Don't make it make sense for me, and don't make it make sense for the job. Look at your goal. Look at where you want to go. Do you need this because this is the money that's paying the bills? Or do you need this because career-wise, this direction you want to go in? You have to figure that out. There is nothing I can say. There is nothing I can do to be able to change someone's direction. The only thing I can do is be able to say, all right, let's have a real heart-to-heart moment. The way I would talk to myself, the way I would talk to my cousin, to my homegirl, to my best friend, to my sister, to my mom, to my dad, is the same way I'm going to talk to my employees. Figure out the direction you want to go in. What is your intention? What do you want? Now, I know I probably shouldn't do this, but I use lipstick, in all honesty, to do my contouring. One, I love this color on my skin. I don't like it on my lips. My only issue is this is kind of oily, I guess, if that makes any sense. So I feel like it makes my face feel more oily, but when I say I love the result of this and I love how subtle it tends to come out, I love this color on my skin. Like, I feel like it's dark enough for me to do what I needed to do, but it's not too dark where it's like, Antoinette, what's on your face? But yeah, so within this week that I have off of work, I am looking to be home. It is too daggone cold in Atlanta. The weather's changing. We're going into winter. Oh, I love how it just, one, I love this brush. I got this brush from Target. Highly recommend it. It's Sophia something. Sophia, it's so soft. And I love the result of what this does on my skin when I blend all of this in. But yes, I'm off for the next couple of days. I'm going to be home. I don't intend on doing content. There is one video I want to do for TikTok, technically, and for YouTube. I bought a whole bunch of stuff off of TikTok shop. I never buy stuff off of it because I always think it's a gimmick. And I'm just like, you know what? I got $30 to spare. So I used $30, bought some things. Like, I bought some things. I ain't buy like one or two things. I bought some things. But I do want to do a review of TikTok shop product. So that is one thing I'm going to do, but I'm probably not going to do that until Tuesday, more than likely. I also have a premiere that I got invited to. Talking about getting back on my shit, right? I have a premiere that I got invited to. What am I wearing? Girl, I don't know. I don't know. I know what my makeup will be. I know my hair will be out because everybody else is going to have on a wig and their hair is going to be laid. I want my hair out. Nice and curly and fluffy and a big, beautiful black afro. I want my hair out. So I know my makeup is going to be, it's going to be something similar to what I'm doing now. I may go heavier on the eyes though. But I don't want to experiment because, again, I'm not that good at doing eyeshadow. I am trying to get better. So I tend to just do one color and then like my Cupid's bow, and that's about it. Ooh, can I talk while I do this? Yeah. But yeah, so I don't really have anything planned for this week per se, but I know that I want to get my head straight so that way I don't feel like my head is literally in 5 million different places for no good reason. I really want to get my head straight, so I want to work on my mental health this week. Update my resume, and then start working on my website. What exactly do I want to showcase on my website? Ooh, she's pretty. What do I want to showcase on my website? How do I want to show up? What do I want my first post to be? I know pretty much the outfits that I'm going to do for the photo shoot. Not really going with the concept, to be honest. The main focus of this photo shoot, one, is just to get back to the swing of things. I really just want to work with this particular photographer. I like what I saw on her Instagram page. I went to the website and I was just like, okay, I like this too. I just needed to figure out, okay, so what does that look like with the two of us? The last photographer I used out here was good, but I felt a little awkward. And when I look back at the photos, I can see myself trying to get comfortable. And I didn't start to get comfortable towards the end. And by then we had lost the sun and we lost the light, and then we couldn't really do much of anything else. So, and again, moving with intention, I have PTO from work, mainly because I have days that I have not used as of yet, and I don't remember if they're going to cross over into the next year. So at work, our fiscal year ends in January, in case you're wondering. Our fiscal year ends in January. So I don't exactly know if my PTO, which I have like 42 hours of PTO right now, if it's actually going to transfer over. And in case it doesn't, I'm like, you know what? Let me just take a couple of days to myself, especially a couple of days before my photo shoot, get myself together. Do I need anything in particular? I do need a pair of black pumps. Ooh, this is pretty. I do need a pair of black pumps, so that is something I want to go to the store to go find. At this point, I mean, I could order it in all honesty, but when it comes to shoes, I really like trying them on because if they're uncomfortable, I'm not going to buy it. And right now, again, I do have time to order it, but I don't think I have time to return it and try to order something else. So I do want to get a pair of shoes and then take the time out and put on every outfit just to make sure that the outfit makes sense for what I'm trying to do. Possibly go see Mr. again. Possibly, depending on how today goes. But nothing on the agenda, but I just want to make sure I'm moving with intention. It's making sense for what I need. Taking time to make breakfast, make dinner, have a glass of wine, write down some of my additional thoughts, go back over my goals that I put down for this year. Am I actively working towards those goals? What am I doing with certain things, certain aspects? Am I moving in the right direction? Do I need to actually look at my level of income again and make sure that, hey, this level of income is actually exactly on plan, or this is not really on plan for what it is that I need to do? All of those things are something that I want to do this week while I'm home, while the weather is like, what in God's name is happening? I feel like you can't really see this, but hopefully you can. I'm trying to sharpen that line, but again, I hate that damn brush. A bit heavier than what I typically do, but not too heavy where I don't look like myself. So my highlighter that I'm using is from Black Radiance. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. It is pigmented. It works for my complexion, which I love. I feel like my nose is a little flat. And maybe, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's flat, but it's not flat, but we're gonna do this. Right down the center. So if I can leave anything with you guys, right? I would say, what is your intention? Are you dating? Are you getting married? Do you have any travel plans coming up? Is there anyone in particular in your life that you need to remove? Is there anyone that's hindering your level of growth? Is there anyone that's in your path that you actually need to cut communication with because there's absolutely no reason for you to keep communicating with them? Are you the friend that is always reaching out to this particular person and that person's never reaching back out to you to make sure you're actually good? And you are continuing to pour yourself out to make sure they're okay, but you're not being poured back into. Do you need to cut them off? If you are dating, are you dating with intention? Are you in your hoe stage? Are you in your I want to get married stage? Are you just having fun? Are you being honest about your level of having fun with the other person? Don't set the wrong intention with someone, knowing that in some way, shape, or form, karma's gonna come back right on your ass. Okay? If you are out here playing the fence and you pretty much don't know what you're doing, don't really know what you want, I'm just going with the flow. Go with the flow in the other direction, all right? Don't come towards me with the I'm just going with the flow, because I'm not. I'm moving with intention. Do I want the YSL? All right, we're going to go with 2 mascaras today. I have the YSL Lash Clash, and then I have the Lancome Idol. I think I'm saying that right. So I'm going to go with the Lash Clash first, and then go on top of it with the... But yeah, so if I could give you advice in regards to intention and moving in the proper way that you need to move for this year, set a boundary for yourself. And then when you set a boundary, what does that boundary look like? And if I'm being honest with you, don't tell everybody what your boundary is. That's just for you, sis. Everybody doesn't need to understand. Everybody doesn't need to know how you're moving and why you're moving. Let them see it. Keep your mouth shut. Stop telling everybody your business. And only tell those that you know are going to feed into you. They don't have to understand the vision. Like, in all honesty, they don't have to understand the vision, but they have to respect it. They have to respect it. There can't be I'm just going to tell every Dick, Tom, and Harry that will sit down and listen to what it is I have to say and not pour back into me in some way, shape, or form that makes sense for the direction that I'm trying to go in. Everybody doesn't need to know how you move. Set the intention that, you know what? On a weekly basis, I'm going to talk to XYZ person. But are you giving that space for XYZ person to come back to you and do the same for you? Are you feeding off of each other? Do you have healthy friendships where you are both growing mentally, growing spiritually, growing within God, growing within yourselves, growing within your family, in your business, in your career? You don't need nobody in your corner that is stagnant and that is not going anywhere and that can't see and understand your vision for yourself, for your life, for your future. If they can't be a part of your growth, why are they a part of your circle? Intention. Be intentional. Just going with the clean brush. I feel like it already has product already on it, so I don't want to put too much more. And I'm literally just going in and kind of just really trying to even things out, which I really feel like it's already even. I just want to dust off anything extra. All right, so I'm going to use a combination of the Kylie and YSL for today's lip, but I need chapstick first. But I really want to finish up with the rest of this vlog. I'm starting to get nervous. All right, I think I'm going to go in with the Kylie first. This is super pigmented, which is one reason why I love it. I feel like it dries my lip, in all honesty, but I love a good lip. I love a good red lip. I really should line it first, but I don't have a liner. My red liner is done. And then to kind of mattify it a bit, because I don't want a glossy lip, this red, oh, it's so pretty. I love it. All right, so let's finish up. I have my hair to do. Now, I was originally just going to go with an afro, but then I did my hair and I was just like, I'm not feeling an afro. So, because we're meeting up at a coffee shop, it's something cute. It's something low key. It's kind of like no pressure. Ooh, girl. But second meetup, so I kind of wanted to do something a little different with my hair. Mainly because my hair is going to be out. I feel like I have more on this side, but I'm not going to change it. My hair is going to be out on Tuesday anyway. So I don't want my hair out today or right now. And again, because we're meeting at a coffee shop, my outfit is hella casual. I am wearing this mesh long sleeve top. And then I'm wearing my essential set over top of it. So literally just wearing some sweatpants. I might just throw my sweatshirt over this shirt and then put like my, I think I don't know if I'm going to wear my long coat or if I'm going to wear my leather jacket. One of the two. Subtle, nonchalant. Yes, I'm wearing sweatpants, but I still want to look put together. So I got these a while ago from Shein. Never used it, never wore it. I'm actually going to put these in my hair. My hair is growing, which I love. It's getting longer, which I love. But I'm not at the point just yet where I have like my big fro back. She's coming. She's coming. The big fro is coming. But in the meantime, I'm like, I could kind of put this. I can put these in my hair. So I'm going to put them in the back. So I don't want it to look childish. I don't want it to look like, nope, I'm not here for this one. This one I think is broken. I don't want it to look childish. I want it to look, you know, I want it to look like I'm put together, like I put thought behind what I'm doing. But I also want to show my level of creativity at the same time. I did pick up 2 packs. I only want to put like 2 of the big ones. I could have sworn I do. Oh, okay. Let's put you right here. I feel like I should put one here, possibly. That's it. I feel like over here should have something, but I'm going to leave it. I don't want to add nothing to that. Ooh, it's pretty. Nope. I like the level of clean in the front. I'm already going to have on, I think I'm going to do a choker. I'm going to do pearl chokers. Definitely doing some type of white earrings. I'm just not really sure which white earrings yet. But I'm going to come back and show you guys the finished look in natural lighting. This is the finished look. It's comfortable, it's edgy, it's a little over the top, but I feel really good. I'm not gonna wear any rings. I was thinking about it, but I feel like I'm already doing too much. Breathe, girl. But this is the fit. Wearing my combat boots because it's comfy. Hopefully we're not doing a lot of walking because it's not really that comfortable to walk in. I do need to change my socks because I already feel my socks falling. But wearing an essentials set, something cute, something casual, ever so slightly elevated with my mesh long sleeve top that I kind of just tucked in. I like a good high waist something, so that's kind of works for me. My accessories are literally from everywhere. So I have on the bracelets. Again, I'm playing with the gold, silver, pearl aspect today. So I have on a gold and kind of one silver bracelet. My necklace is a silver choker. My earrings are faux Chanel inspired drop pearl earrings. And then, you know, I have all the accessories in my hair. My makeup is makeup-ing. Girl, I did that. In some natural sun. Honey, dearest. Oh, let me get the bag. So, to keep it cool, calm, and collective, like I'm not trying to do too much, I have my favorite Coach crossbody pillow bag. I need to get another one. I wear this all the time. I need to get another one. And then I'm going to pair it with my green faux leather oversized jacket. I kind of need to figure out how I'm going to like walk in because this top is already doing a lot. But with the weather, because it's cold, can I just drape this on top? Ooh, this feels like it's doing too much. This feels like it's doing too much. No, not really. Not really. I feel like you kind of lose the aspect with the sweatshirt underneath though. You kind of lose the aspect a little bit with the sweatshirt underneath, but you kind of get the picture. And then with the pillow bag, I did wear this the last time we went out. I'm not switching my bag. This is the outfit. Why am I nervous? Girl, breathe. Woo! All right, let me go. It's 5 o'clock. He already texted me. I want to get there for like 5:30. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. This was so random, but it was actually kind of fun. I might do it again. I don't really know. Maybe I'll come back with the part 2 and tell you how today went. Girl, get yourself together. I'm gonna go woosah and breathe. Why I'm all of a sudden anxious, I really don't know. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Subscribe and like and share and all those things. Okay, bye.